Hello and welcome to the 20th edition of NBFC and FinTech Conclave and Awards 2025, co-powered by Cinch. We are live from Chennai and today we have Mr. Souparno Bagchi from Balancehero, India. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, and thank you for having me here. It's always good to be in this event, and especially the place being in Chennai. It's always good to be back in Chennai.
Sir, my first question to you is the theme of this year's summit is transforming NBFCs with next gen technology. How strongly does this theme resonate with you?
Absolutely. I think it's the core of the next years and decades to come for NBFCs. It's already been a journey. It's not like tech has not been part of the journey for NBFCs. But if you look at the landscape of NBFCs in India, I guess the various NBFCs and various genres of NBFCs have been in different phases. Some of them is like still maybe at the phase one where they're highly indexing towards not just automation but also deep technologies like machine learning and all on their core businesses. In the sense like in lending, maybe their primary use case possibly is in credit underwriting across different product asset class also. The second part of it is like which many of the NBFCs currently are is they are not just looking at the verticalization of it, they are looking end to end at the business value chain or the funnel and saying like from sourcing to distribution to collections underwriting, how in every aspects of it, not just technology as an automation tool but technology in terms of machine learning, artificial intelligence, how that can be applied and the benefit can be taken. There are NBFCs, especially NBFCs like us who are in the digital NBFCs. I believe we are at that third phase where you're actually utilizing the frontier technologies in terms of Gen AI, in some parts agentic AI, and maybe the early green shoots of some of the applicabilities of LLM, though there is a long journey to go. That's the excitement, right? Because when you are able to really go deep tech, starting from sourcing, let's say taking the advantage of Gen AI, and to even underwriting, going deeper, slowly and progressively going towards applicability, applying and deploying LLM, so that like you are able to cut the barriers between product and asset classes. So net basis, quite an exciting time ahead, and this theme for sure is the core of it.
What are the key considerations for NBFCs when they collaborate with fintech startups?
I think NBFCs and fintech startup collaboration is a match of the DNA. Because if you think in historically how it has been in the financial services world, the NBFCs took the lead in terms of innovation. The NBFCs also took a lead in terms of maybe taking a calibrated risk, and then they were at the frontiers, starting from financial inclusion to even underwriting consumers and businesses, which possibly with a very traditional mindset was not possible. So both in terms of product innovation and in terms of the mindset, NBFCs had a strong appetite of risk taking as well. The same is true for startups, right? Startups also wants to disrupt by virtue of technology. They also want to take risk in a most appropriate manner, so that like you are able to disrupt or you're able to actually conquer the frontiers where financial inclusion can happen, where you can underwrite and actually close the credit gap of the industry, right? So there is always a DNA match. I believe what the possibilities and the headroom is, how the partnership can be taken to a strategic level. As of now, if you think of it, many times the NBFC and the fintech startup partnerships are still transactional in nature. In the sense like, hey, you want to see like, okay, what next out of this contract, or what next in the quarter in terms of, let's say, a loan origination, or in terms of embedded finance, what is the ROI I'm getting. But somewhere that partnership had to be elevated towards a strategic level, so that there is long term relationship, and in terms of the expectation of the ROI, or in terms of some bit of, I will not even hesitate saying that some bit of even synergies even at the cap table would be very interesting, where large NBFCs and very innovative value adding fintechs can come together for long term relationships. And that is going to be the innovation which will be sustainable over a period of time, and not just limited to a transaction.
Where do you see India's finance industry growing in the next 5 years?
I think again it's the core fulcrum, right? We are talking about India, we are talking about Bharat, we are talking about Viksit Bharat. All that can happen if the fulcrum has a strong foundation of financial inclusion. So, the core of financial inclusion, along with strong foundation, because we as a country we need to take pride on what we have done. Right, we have possibly done two things really good. One, in terms of managing systemic risk, we have seen how the country has been in a way immune to many of the global shocks, and as a large economy is still growing. And at the same time, we have also have to take pride that the digital public infrastructure which has been made in this country is a strong pillar in terms of how things are going to go, not just in the digital ecosystem but in the financial digital ecosystem. So if you think of it that way, digitization, financial inclusion, strong resiliency, both in terms of the macro and the systemic risk part of it, is something going to be the core of what we as a country want to achieve in terms of Viksit Bharat. So again, this is how I put it, and it's therefore very optimistic. That's all I say.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insight on this and setting the tone for a fascinating day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.